If you are watching this, do not be afraid. We have come here to realize and to talk about what we have just seen. You have sinned. You have watched this movie. Now we must talk about it, and you must choose your fate. The movie I am talking about today is none other than Jigsaw. Open your eyes now. Open your eyes. Because now let's begin the review.
Well, thank you for that intro. That was positively horrifying. I know who's not going to be in the next review. Anyway, as Silky told us, I just saw Jigsaw, and what can you say about a franchise that there's not really much to say about? Is this a good movie? No. This is a horrible movie? No. It's alright. This movie is either a reboot, a prequel, or both. The events in this movie, I thought it was pretty simple to explain. 5 people get captured. They have to go through a bunch of stunts, and we have a cop movie interwoven into it, and a whodunit movie and who's the killer movie all at the same time. It's Saw. What do you want me to say? This movie, this review is definitely not about telling you if you should see it or not. You already know if you want to see it or not. If you've seen the other movies, you're gonna see this one. All I can say is this movie's kind of a lot tamer than I thought it would be. They didn't go all out with the gore and or anything like that in this movie. I will give it a lot of credit in the fact that it did move very quickly. So much so that I thought it was going to be a TV show at one point. Because at the rate that people were dying was so quickly, I was like, how the hell is this feature length? All the traps are very elaborate, but they're elaborate to the extent of absurd. Like they really are. And the fact that the original Jigsaw killer is in this movie, despite the fact that this is taking place several years after 3D, the final Saw, or so we're told, and the fact that Jigsaw himself died during the 3rd movie, and we saw his autopsy in the 4th movie, the fact that he's anywhere remotely in this movie is so absurd to the point of what the hell is going on. There are a couple of twists and turns. Whether they're warranted or not, kinda no. Like I said, the gore wasn't terrible, or it wasn't over the top like in some of the other Saw movies. But at the same time, if you're going into Jigsaw knowing that this is going to be a reboot or whatever of Saw, you kind of expect that, and it was kind of tame. So I don't know what else to say about this. Acting was alright, it was well shot. There was none of that fast editing that the Saw movies, especially James Wan, who did the first one, is known for. So you won't get a headache watching it, I guess. Some of the traps are kind of cool, other ones are... There are a lot of plot threads that are left undone or just drop out of sight. So I can only assume there is going to be another movie. So we got 368 days, so Jigsaw Part 2 next year, please, I guess. No, I don't know, no, please, I don't want that movie. The ending has the bad guy. The endings of these Saw movies always annoy me because they always have to reveal what's going on. But in this one, it's especially annoying because of the fact that he literally the last 10 minutes of this movie is when we find out who the villain is, explaining all his actions to his last victim. So we get that moment from that syndrome from The Incredibles talks about, where the freaking bad guy's monologuing. Well, I will give the Saw franchise credit and Jigsaw's credit. The bad guy doesn't get caught; he gets away. So there's that to do. But it all feels a lot of been there, done that. There is nothing to this movie surprising. I kind of didn't even find it interesting. I did laugh at a lot of points, which I don't think were supposed to be laughable. But this is the type of movie it is. Wouldn't recommend it at all. Unless you're a Saw completionist, then, you know, whatever. If you're into the torture porn genre, it's not even... It's very tame, like I said. None of... maybe one trap was... kind of like that, but everything else was either, like I said, very tame, nothing very visually interesting or visceral in all of the accidents and the dismembering of people. If you want to see this movie, go see it. 4.5. At least it didn't bore me. It moved at a quick pace. They never dragged anything out. It was always, beat for beat, let's keep moving, let's keep moving, let's keep moving, which I appreciate that, especially in this type of movie. And also, there's a lot of stuff like, where the hell did you come from? How did this happen? This, you can stretch the boundaries of reality in a movie, but when you don't care about anything happening in the movie, that's a big issue. And that's where I find myself. I find myself pointing out the absurdity of parts of the movie because there was nothing to latch onto. There was no characters there. This is cookie cutter slasher movie in general, where we just set up characters just to have them die. There's no redemption. There's no motivation. It's just, get killed. We're doing this trap. Ending where the bad guy explains everything, boom, that's it. So 4.5 for me for Jigsaw. I hate to do it, but final thoughts, Silky?
Go back to